Hi, I'm Richard. We're at the Open Air Blues Festival in Brezoi. With me is Eric Gales from the United States. Tell me how you got the Raw Dog nickname.
Man, kind of from the streets, really, but it also applied to my approach in playing the guitar. It's pretty raw and right there. So it's in your face, and it is what it is. And I kind of rolled along that Raw Dog name to be, you know, labeling for me. Raw Dog also gives a description of a pretty aggressive way of living, and that was me for quite some time. So that's how that came, and then the way that I play is kind of aggressive too. You know, it's soft and meek in certain times, but it's pretty aggressive. So it kind of followed on into that.
You play left-handed. You've been playing the guitar since you were 4. Did your brother, Little Jimmy King, show you how to play upside-down guitar?
Actually, you know, I saw them, but at 4 years old, it didn't dawn on me how they were playing. I just picked up the guitar, and that was the way that felt comfortable to me. And it so happened to be left-handed upside down, which is the same way my two brothers played. And that was very coincidental, I don't know, or not, you know, so this is how it happens. I mean, I learned some things from my brothers, don't get me wrong, but I picked it up for the first time just on my own.
Guitar World gave you the Best New Talent Award in 1991. You were also Blues Rock Guitarist of the Year 2 consecutive years, 2019, 2020. How does that fit in with you nearly dying a handful of times because of drug addiction? Why the self-destructiveness?
Man, I don't know. For some reason, I found comfortability in being miserable, and I don't know why. I just grew into, it didn't start out that way. You know, I liked doing dope, and at some point dope started doing me. And at a certain point, it was at a point of no return. And I just kept going until there was a realization that, you know, something has to change, and it had to start with me. And to answer your original question, I don't think the self-destructing for all those years and being awarded, you know, Best New Talent and awards and stuff like that, I don't think they have anything to do with each other. One is, you know, strictly something that a human being is going through. The other is just accolades from stuff that and gifts that I've been blessed with to be, you know. If I had to go back, would I do anything different? I want to say yeah, but at the same time, I want to say no, because everything that I've been through helped me be who I am going forward now. So it's kind of a difficult question, but not really.
What's it like going cold turkey?
In a sense, I mean, I guess you could say cold turkey, because after the day I said that this is it, after that is, you know, basically cold turkey. But I had some help through, you know, the Anonymous program that, you know, helped one realize just how the whole gamut of addiction works, and met some really cool people and friends, you know, throughout my journey that has helped me be sustained up to now. And, you know, no matter how bad that life can possibly get, there is truthfully no reason to go back to who I was for the past 30 years, because it's only gonna make the situation worse. Even though it may temporarily take feelings away, and that's all they are, is feelings. Even though it may take those feelings away, there still is a massive pile of crap that needs to be dealt with. Even after you get through getting high, still got a situation to deal with. Now you got that and the getting high situation to deal with. You're just piling up. And it's hard to realize that when you in it. You know, I care nothing about only how I can get high, how long I can stay high, and what I'm gonna do when it's time for me to get high again. So to not have that as a worry or concern no more is an enormous releasing of the ball and chain. after it's released. I mean, but it's never too far away though. It's never too far away in the mindset, if you will. But I just don't really entertain it. And that's an everyday thing that I work on every day. Not to entertain in the mindset that I had for 30 years of, man, when I wake up, the first moment I get up, my first thought was going to get some dope. But now I don't do that no more, so life is that much better.
How has the lockdown helped you develop as an artist?
It definitely created some innovative ways for artists to try to, have an outlet to perform. It definitely put some people in a woodshed for 2 years or plus that, otherwise they might not have been able to do due to touring or obligations or whatever. You had to, we were all quarantined at home for quite some time. So you had nothing to do but either write, you had stuff to write about because there were some definite struggles that was going on during this pandemic that families witnessed and saw. So you definitely had material to write about, believe it or not. And it just created some very rough circumstances to where innovative ways to do what we all once knew had to be changed to, try to not go crazy or, like we fuel off of swapping energy with an audience or feeling the vibrations from a stage and, doing it to a computer screen is not the same. And, very, very grateful for things opening back up and having the chance to tour and, I think we still got some work to do, but, we're trying to come back as a world to what we once knew. And, yeah.
And maybe it's something you took for granted and you're appreciating
Could be,
the
yeah.
live playing again.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You're a very prolific artist, recording 19 albums in 30 years. That's a lot.
That's a lot, man. It's a lot. And I'm not finished. I got more. A whole lot more. I don't know what yet, but I know it's more.
You've worked with rap groups. You've done vocals under the name of Lil E.
Mm-hmm.
How does that fit into your artist?
It fits in because that's part of me too, man. There's elements of throughout my previous records, you hear elements of hip hop and fused in with blues rock. These are elements and pieces of the recipe that all make up who 𝐒𝐕𝐺 is. That I said, you know what? Let's go off script. Let's just do what feels good. And I gotta say that I think it turned out pretty great. I mean, it's something new that the listener. The normal beaten path of slow blues or shuffle or, rock tune and this and this and that, throws a little extra spice in there. So I think I nominated myself to be the person to throw a little wrench in there. And I think people like it.
Why do you consider there are still racial tensions in Western culture 60 years after the civil rights movement in the U.S.?
I really don't know, man. That's a really good question. And, things are trying to change, but there's still more work to do. Every time you look at the news and there's another, unarmed black person that's been killed by the cops or, something like that, makes the pendulum swing the other way, and I don't know what has to change, and the reason I say that because the exact same scenario, and you put a Caucasian person in that same predicament, the outcome is not the same. They are not killed. Matter of fact, they're escorted away with a bulletproof vest on so nobody don't shoot at them, even though they just got through shooting up a elementary school. It's not the same. And until that changes, then you're gonna have people infuriated. You're gonna have people infuriated when within 24 hours there is somebody black that's killed by the people that's supposed to protect them. I mean, I'm not taking away, we have our own share of black on black crime and this and that, and that is not something that I'm backing up or supporting anything like that. But when you are sworn to protect the citizens of this country and the ratio to Caucasian and black for the same crime is not ending up the same way, that's a problem. So there's a whole lot of work needs to be done.
What do you think of the open air blues festival in Brezoi,
I
Romania?
think, the time that I spent, last night was my first time, I wasn't really able to get out there in the crowd and this and that, but it was great sitting there with Papa Chubby last night. And, I'm sure Larkin Poe and Ben Poole are going to do a great show tonight, and tomorrow I'm looking forward to myself and Beth Hart having a really good show at this and that, but this is a beautiful atmosphere and a beautiful country, and where we are is just amazing. So I'm looking to try to capitalize and make the best of this energy that's in this area and, carry it on through the show.
And where are you off to next?
Italy for 3 shows and then finally get to go home.
Thank you for this interview. Thank you for your time. Good luck with everything.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.